Bruce Lee films make you want to learn how to fight. Top Gun made a lot of young men want to join the US Air Force. But Ken Imhoff was fascinated by the movie called The Cannonball Run. He was really moved by the Lamborghini he saw in that film. So this guy spent 17 years to build his custom-made version of the supercar from the past. Check it out. Ken fell in love with cars when he was a little kid. Here's a picture of him behind the wheel of a carcass of a car he made himself. When he first saw that Lamborghini Countach, he realized that car was something really and truly special. He was so astonished by that car that in 10 years he began building one. He could start saving up for the genuine car, but that would be way too easy for Ken. The thing with Ken is that he was interested in the process of making it. That's why he's been building that car for 17 years in his cellar. He officially began in September of 1990 and finished his product almost 20 years later, spending a few $1,000s. First thing, he built a wooden carcass which would allow him to measure other parts. Each of those parts were handmade by the Ken himself. So this alone took about a year. So that's some passion right there. Now, despite Ken's ability to handle metal, he couldn't calculate the frame 100% precise. He built the frame out of metal segments on purpose. He wanted to make sure that the car is properly sized and there's enough headroom between the body and the ground. He used the frame to put the rest of the carcass on it. The hardest part was to fix it all together and make it durable. So Ken put 5 layers of paint on it, right on it. He started by smoothing it out and then used a few layers of this and that. That was when the car started to become about something like a Lamborghini. Also, Ken added pedals and the fuel tank. To properly paint the car, Ken had to ask for help of a specialist. And that's why he brought all 33 parts to the painter guy. It took 25 hours to paint one part and let it dry, but this was nothing compared to what he already did. Ken did all he had to do with the coolant leakage and adjusted the drive unit system. He couldn't wait to test his beauty. But there was still a lot of work to be done. Ken wanted to improve the engine and change the spark plugs. By 2008, the project was finally finished. The only trouble was that the car was still resting in the cellar, and Ken had to hire an excavator to take the car out and put it on the highway that was 1.5 hours away. But 17 years of work made it worth it. Right now, the custom Lamborghini is in Miami, with a new owner that bought it in 2016, 26 years after the project began. For Ken, the process of building the car was much more exciting than the fact of its ownership. Besides, he already began the new project. Ken's car is splendid. But what's more splendid is Ken's ability to work 17 years straight on a single solitary project. Even if you're not a big car enthusiast, you can learn something from this old man. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the story. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned.